In August, Japan signed a government deal to export advanced air surveillance radars to the Philippines. This $103.5 million contract is considered to be modern Japan's first export of a complete defense product, and that a full 6 years after the Japanese government lifted restrictions on arms sales abroad. Prior to that, since 1967, Japan has only exported arms components, such as gyroscopes used in Patriot missiles. The radars reportedly include 3 fixed JFPS-3ME active electronically scanned array systems and 1 mobile JTPS-P14ME. Both are optimized for medium to high altitude aerial surveillance and are built by Mitsubishi Electric Corporation. AESA systems are the gold standard for military radars due to their jamming resistance, and the JFPS-3 comprises both an L-band surveillance system with a maximum range of 400 miles, and a more precise S-band radar that scan out to 93 miles. Meanwhile, the JTPS-P14 is based around an S-band phased array radar with air surveillance range of 250 miles. These systems follow up on the Philippines' earlier purchase of 3 Israeli LM-2288ER fixed-pulse Doppler air surveillance defense radars currently situated at Parades, Gazert, and Mount Salakit air stations. Manila will particularly employ the radars to monitor Chinese military activity over the South China Sea, which in several places encroaches on the Philippines' territorial claims, including places such as the Spratly Islands and Scarborough Shoal, and which includes deployments of long-range H-6 jet bombers and advanced J-11D fighters. The high price of Japanese weapon systems reflects high cost of labor, a lack of competition within Japan's defense industrial sector, and the JSDF's reliance on quality over quantity given the volunteer military's shrinking manpower pool. Furthermore, it's hard for new players to enter the global arms trade because established exporters have their own ecosystems of mutually compatible weapons, sensors and other support systems. Until recently, Japan's defense industry has only needed to tailor its products to the highly specific needs of the JSDF. This tendency to pay a lot more for moderate performance improvements can be seen in the Mitsubishi F2, a bespoke $127 million domestic spin-off 4 times the price of the American F-16 Falcon fighter jet it is based upon. So the question remains whether Japanese manufacturers can score additional defense exports despite the high cost of the arms it produces. Below are specific areas where Japan's status as an island nation with multiple nearby military threats may make its defense products competitive. Japan plans to build dozens of 4-engine P-1 anti-submarine jets, and has actively tried to market these to the UK and New Zealand. However, in both cases it's been edged out by the Boeing 737-based P-8 Poseidon maritime patrol plane. The P-1 is slightly more expensive, but may have some advantages over the P-8 thanks to its magnetic anomaly detector sensor, better low-altitude flight performance, additional hardpoints, and additional engines. However, the P-1 may struggle to outweigh the network effect of the widely exported and U.S. weapons-compatible Poseidon. The related Kawasaki C-2 transport jet, see article header, is another pricey aircraft that nonetheless has unique potential for operations on islands with short airstrips. Japan has also marketed its US-2 search and rescue seaplane, which could also be used to perform transport and surveillance missions flying to and from remote Pacific islands without airstrips.